Hey, welcome to Americhick Art. My name is Vicky, and happy Groundhog Day. Today I'll be illustrating a groundhog coming out of its burrow. Materials are listed below in the description box. To start off with, I'm going to talk about the piece that I did. I started out by sketching a few groundhogs and their poses, as well as a baby groundhog in comparison to their size. When I started recording, I sketched out the main piece in my sketchbook from a reference photo, adding in my own detail, of course. After I sketched out the details to my liking, I transferred it to marker paper. Unfortunately, I transferred it to the wrong side of the marker paper, so I had to do it twice. So you'll see me coloring it twice. I made sure to use a variety of browns in this piece as it lacks any other color in large amounts and it needed the contrast. I did the final details on the second version with my Micron pen before adding in the hints of green to the leaves. So now for a few facts about groundhogs and Groundhog Day. Groundhogs are also known as whistle pigs or woodchucks, which begs the question, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Apparently it's not very much. They are members of the squirrel family. They are diurnal, which means they are mostly active during early morning and late evening. Their diet in the wild consists of succulent greens like dandelions, clover, and grasses. They hibernate starting in October and emerge in early spring. They breed as soon as they emerge or soon after. And annually they'll have a litter of 2 to 9 pups. Groundhog's Day is on February 2nd. The reason why we celebrate Groundhog's Day it is halfway between the winter solstice and the spring equinox. Exactly 6 weeks after the winter solstice and 6 weeks before the spring equinox. German settlers actually brought the tradition of Candlemas Day over from their Christian roots, and Candlemas Day has its origins in the pagans in Blick. The earliest reference of Groundhog Day was in February 4th, 1841, and the saying of a groundhog seen at shadow and there'll be 6 more weeks of winter actually comes from various old sayings, but I picked out one of my favorites. An old English saying says, "If Candlemas be fair and bright, winter has another flight. If Candlemas bring clouds and rain, winter will not come again." About here is the point where I realized that I chose the wrong side of the paper, as the microns were kept smudging and the paper just looked shiny after I laid a lot of ink down. So I tried finishing off this part, but I ended up having to redraw it or retrace it in the end. All right, take 2 of the coloring process. You can tell that this is the right side of the paper as the blending is a lot easier and that the paper is less shiny after you're finished coloring it. You may notice that my hands go off camera a little bit. I have my blending technique of tip, 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 where I'm taking my 30% cool gray and applying the black tip onto it so that I create a gradient of shadows. So this is my final piece. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell. My videos go up every Saturday. If you like this type of piece, please hit the like button and leave a comment below of any traditions that you celebrate on February 2nd that you think are unique or odd. Or you could just leave me a comment of what the weather is like in your area. Hopefully it is cloudy and rainy so that the groundhog did not see its shadow. Please feel free to follow me on social medias. I have Instagram, Art Amino, and a Facebook page for this site where you can see all my previous works that I deemed to share, including Inktober of 2018. Thank you and have a great day.